Good morning, gentlemen, and what a grand morning it is, too. We have just cause for celebration. Galloway and Phelps are sending another fiend to San Quentin. A nice showy trial, and he'll be strapped down with gas seeping into his tiny reptile brain. Now, to fresh business. Galloway and Phelps, the task is at hand. The address is on the hill, north downtown off Fremont Avenue.
It's time for another case.
Is the new letter genuine?
Now, boys, we all know how many imbeciles have confessed in the short case. Ray Pinker will let us know in good time.
A fine morning indeed. We keep locking them up, but the bodies keep piling up.
Yeah, Californians love a fad, Phelps. As long as the bricks hold up at San Quentin, there'll always be killers in this town to send.
So let's go
First
to where
the letter,
murder
and now another body. Come on, you can't keep on telling me there's not a killer still out there.
You know, Phelps, all these arrests on your record are giving you a reputation. You don't want them turning into unsolved.
Getting a vicious killer off the streets is more important than my reputation.
Really?
And besides, landing a big fat marlin is more impressive than an ocean full of minnows.
The minnows make it the man, Phelps. You can't always hit home runs. Sometimes you just gotta make first base.
There's definitely something else going on. There's still murders every day, pretty much, and these cases are getting solved, but the murders keep happening. Something's happening. I'm gonna find out.
Detectives?
Phelps and Galloway, homicide.
Scene secure. The rest of the patrolmen are going door to door, canvassing for witnesses.
Thanks. Keep me informed.
Will do, Detective.
This looks awfully familiar.
I think that's the impression the boys from the Examiner took with them as well.
There's nothing original under the sun. Why should murder be any different?
What do we have so far?
Not much trace evidence to speak of. Storm blew in around 10 last night, and the rain washed most of it away.
And the body?
Looks like she was tipped out of an automobile from the tire tracks and superficial injuries. Strangled with a length of rope. And for my money, it's triple braid again.
Time of death?
From her temperature, maybe 2 a.m., but it was cold last night.
Usual head injuries.
Blunt force trauma. Knock him over the head, then strangle and mutilate. No message with this one.
At least she was left clothed.
I doubt very much he was concerned with her dignity.
The green silk dress is very distinctive. Any sign of her other shoe?
No. And no handbag or other personal effects.
Where is the other shoe? I don't know. Let's examine the body first. So in that very short intro, we saw a very strange looking man, and she looked very, very drunk as well. So that's interesting. Oh, that click always gets me. Ugh. Oh, what's
There appears to be a dry cleaning
Ah.
label. Superior Laundry Services, F1363.
Perhaps we can find her address, her name, which might be some useful intels. There's some footprints around as well. Apparently, no ring. Oh. So I'm guessing this is the boot print. Is it? That looks quite big.
The killer was moving around, surveying the scene.
Why would he be moving around for? I don't know. Not sure at all. Is it a size 8 as well? Oh, some money. Some dollar. That might have come. That might come from a purse, maybe.
Connect that.
It could have been money from the purse. And these are the tire tracks.
Our driver and our killer are most likely one and the same.
We could probably match up those tracks with a certain car, with the tire, maybe. The phone box is illuminating. I wonder why. Let's find out. Oh, who's this? It's a lady in a police car. Did you witness something? Such horrible weather. This is LA. It's going to be sunny 24/7.
Detectives, I've been working the houses across the street and up the block. This lady thinks she has something for us.
Detective Phelps, LAPD.
I'm Mrs. Barton, Catherine Barton. I live just across the way.
Suspicious person.
Did you see anyone around here last night?
Not last night, but yesterday, early evening, I saw that awful hobo.
Hobo. Good cop. I see no reason as to why she would lie about this.
Do you have a
cop.
description?
Tall, gaunt, horribly disfigured. I think he may have had an accident in the war. He's a very scary, angry man.
Any idea where we might find him?
One of the hobo camps around here. He's some kind of hobo leader. They all follow him around.
Some kind of
Thank you,
hobo
ma'am.
leader.
You're a big help.
Of course. Anything I
then.
can do to help. I'd hate to think that something so ghastly could happen right here and nothing be done about it.
Thank you for your help. I appreciate it. So I guess we can find where this this laundry place is. Might be a potential lead.
Phelps, 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need an address on Superior Laundry Services.
Just a moment. Superior Laundry Services, 1260 West 1st Street.
Can you track down reports of hobo camps in the vicinity of Signal Hill?
Just a moment, Detective. There's a large camp under the bridge on Grand between Temple and Sunset.
Thanks. I need to go over the case
So the
notes.
laundry service or the hobo camp?
Fine. Where are we headed?
Laundry service first. Let's do that. Let's go. Go on, Rusty. You can drive. I'm feeling a bit lazy. To be honest, driving's just
No
a chance
message.
for you to do
Excuse me?
damage
There was
and
no
lose
message.
the 5 stars.
Where?
On the Vic. The last bodies had something written onto them. This one didn't.
I'm failing to follow you.
Can't be the same guy is what I'm saying, right? Before you start trying to link this to Maldonado and all the others.
There are more factors to consider than the messages, Rusty.
This doesn't fit your pattern, Cole. End of conversation. Understand?
Carl, stop trying to work out who the murderer is. Stop it. Stop doing your job. Rusty, be quiet. Or Finn Barrow. Hopefully we can get some more clues. Hello. Who's
At
the
least
manager
rain
here?
stopped. You can change back into those white bucks now.
Oh, that's what I should do, actually. I want to change my outfit. I've had this outfit for too long. I want to change it. Oh, look at that. The sharpshooter. Very nice. Wow. Cole Phelps. It's not really my colour, but fair enough.
Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. We're investigating a case, and one of your laundry labels came up. F1363.
If you give me a minute, I'll go find a register and you can take a look. You take a look for yourself. I've got clothes that need pressing.
You wrote the number down on that dress, is it there?
Oh, we should be able to find it. Go to my clues and find the number. Laundry label. So 1363. Right, let's go back and check on the book. 1363. 13. Oh, there it is. 1363. We have an address. There we go.
Mrs. T. Terrell.
One green silk
43 Emerald
dress.
Street, Westlake.
Found it. Alright, we have an address. Let's go. So far, so good. Right, let's go to this address first, and then go to the hobo camp later on. I think. Is that wise? I don't know.
I've got a feeling we're about to meet another wife killer.
You've always got that feeling, Rusty.
Yeah, and it's usually correct.
Please, for once, can you not let your assumptions color your detective work?
Just you wait. Nordic types show a particular disposition for this stuff.
That's too obvious. We can't keep going with the husband. That's not quite how it works. Is that a boat? Wow. I want a boat. Give me a boat. I'm afraid a member of your family is dead. There's 2 young children in here. Ooh.
Hello? Yes?
Detectives Phelps and Galloway. Is your wife home, sir?
My wife went out last night and she hasn't come home.
Can you describe your wife and what she was wearing?
We were out at a friend's place, Bobby Ross's, for a party. She was kind of dolled up. She had her green silk dress, open-toed white shoes. Those are her favorite shoes.
Can we come in, Mr. Tarleton? I'm afraid we have some rather bad news.
Your
Do you
wife
have someone who can look after your
dead.
children, Mr. Tarleton?
I've been trying to arrange a sitter. Look, tell me what's happened.
I'm afraid your wife was murdered last night. Her body was found this morning. We're very sorry for your loss. I know this is a difficult time, Mr. Tarleton, but we are going to need you to answer some questions. First, we're going to take a look around.
What for? You don't think
It's
that...
procedure. You see to your girls.
It's procedure, okay? Don't worry. Oh, they're so young as well. They now have no mum. Ugh.
Stay here till Daddy's finished talking to these men.
Where's Mommy?
Everything's gonna be all right, sweetheart.
We would like Mommy to come home now, Daddy.
Mummy's
What's the
not
problem,
coming home.
Carlson? Let him search. You got nothing to hide.
Do you? Do you?
You want to hear something funny, Tarleton? Some bums think filling out a missing persons report
What is
actually
this?
rules them out as a suspect.
It's just the bar.
To check if she was a regular. I'll be out of your way momentarily, ladies.
I thought there was blood then on that door. Like, woo! That's a bit scary. It was a purse. Is that her purse?
So she went out without her handbag?
Yeah, that is a bit weird. There's the
At least she
lipstick.
was spared that particular indignity.
What's this?
She'd have to be in quite a state to leave this behind.
Why would you leave her bag behind? I can't remember if she had a bag in the that intro scene or not. Can't remember. Anything else in there? I think that might be it. Oh, some boots. What size? And they're muddy as well. This is not looking good, is it? Size 8?
You can see if Pinker can match the impression to the crime scene.
Yeah, those look a bit suspicious. Got rudely interrupted there. So that is a frame. What is on this? Oh, is that them?
I wonder why the picture was turned down.
So that probably means there's some sort of argument. The fact they went out and she come back by herself via a bus isn't the best sign in the world. And that's the bar again. This must be quite important.
Baron's bar again. Someone must be real sweet on this dive.
I reckon it could be the husband, actually. Could like a drink or two. I think that's... I've had a quick look around. I think that's most of the clues. Why is it hinting at the phone, by the way? It doesn't really do that, does it? Let's ring the phone. There it is. I can see it. Let's do a phone call.
I'm at a loss.
You want my gut feeling? I'll tell you. This guy did
Operator,
it.
give me R&I.
Now we just got to find some evidence.
Putting you through now.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
Can you run an address for a Bobby Ross? Then send some uniforms over.
Would you like him picked up?
No. Suspect says he was with Ross last night. We need to confirm the alibi.
I'll get a prowl car dispatched.
Thank you.
Right, that's a phone call done. Want to confirm his whereabouts.
What do you think?
Search the place. We need something on this guy. Something that'll stick.
Do we not have something that sticks? I feel like we've done everything now, I think. Right, let's interview him now. Let's have a chat. Possible suspect.
Do you have any idea why anyone would want to hurt your wife?
No. Everyone loved Teresa. She was so full of life. It can't be anyone who knew her.
Well, why'd you argue then? Why was your picture flat against the surface? I think you might be lying.
I think you're lying, Lars. I think you were mad at your wife for embarrassing you in front of your friends. I think you came back here and strangled her and then dumped her body on the hill.
You think I strangled my wife? How do you expect to prove that?
The rope. We've noticed the rope. It's very similar. It's been cut as well. The rope.
Your wife was strangled with triple braid rope. The bow line from your boat is a perfect match.
Look, I know this looks bad. I'm gonna have to come to terms with the fact that I let her go.
Alright.
You said you went to a party at Bobby Ross's place?
That's right, Bobby had a bunch of people over. We were having a good time. She said she was bored and decided to leave.
Oh, that's what happened, is it? Is it? Is it? You're lying to me, aren't you? Yep, that's definitely a lie. She wasn't just bored.
You let your drunk wife leave the party and go off on her own?
Look, I was angry. I was having a good time. She has to go and ruin it. We always have to do what she wants to do. Last night she wanted to go dancing.
Any idea where?
Where she always goes. A bar down on North Beaudry Avenue. Baron's Bar. She goes there, drinks too much, gets maudlin, and calls me. I go and bring her home.
Ah, so she's a slight drinking issue. There's obviously some friction in the marriage.
Mr. Terrellson, was Teresa happy at home?
Yeah, I think she was.
The hesitation in that voice. No.
Spill it, Terrellson. We like the look of you for this, so you better give us something.
We're at the party. She has a few and says she wants to go out dancing. We only have the sitter until 9. I get mad. I tell her to go ahead, but I'm staying. She storms out. Look, I'm doing well at cards. I hardly ever do well. I married her because she was so much fun, but now she drives me fucking crazy.
Whoa.
What time did she leave the party?
About 8:30, maybe a little earlier.
When was the last time you saw your wife?
Around 8:30. The card game at Bobby's was wrapping up. I played out my hand and drove home here. I paid the sitter and went to bed.
But the rain started at 10 p.m. and he's got a wet shirt outside and wet, muddy boots. So that doesn't quite add up, does it? I'm not quite liking this right now.
You didn't come straight home, did you?
And how do you figure that?
She got muddy boots, my friend, and a wet jacket. Muddy boots.
You were out in the rain. You got soaked, Lars. We found your wet weather gear.
Okay, I stayed a little later than I said. This cute little brunette was hitting on me. Teresa noticed. I was half cut. I walked her home from Bobby's, but nothing happened. I walked back and got the car this morning.
Thanks for answering our questions, Mr. Terrellson. You'll need to go downtown to identify your wife's body.
I should have taken her dancing.
In my experience, Mac, if you give in to broads, you'll be giving in to them your entire life. Sounds like the Terrellson broad had her last drink at Baron's Bar. We should check the place out.
That's a very good shout. Let's do that.
Appreciate your time, sir.
You believe this guy's story?
Kind of rings true.
I'm not sure.
You know the way. You can drive.
All the sort of wet boots and...
Fine. Where are we headed?
I'm not sure. The bar. Let's go to the bar. So this is the famous bar we keep hearing about. Doesn't look that great.
Gents, drink?
Phelps and Galloway, LAPD.
I'm Benny Clough. This about Teresa Terrellson?
Yes, it is.
I heard about it on the radio. They're saying it was that Black Dahlia freak again? God damn it. Yeah, I rang that husband of hers. The babysitter said he was out.
If you don't mind, we have a few questions.
Lost contact with the victim.
What time did Teresa leave?
Around 10:30, I think.
So it's definitely raining. I can't see any sort of lies there at all, to be honest. It's quite straightforward, to the point. Good cop.
On foot? In a car? By bus? How was it?
She called for a cab.
Did you get the number?
Sure I did. I like Teresa. The only time she has a drink is when things aren't going so good at home. I was worried about her.
I bet you was. What's this?
Put out an APB on the cab. 3591. Should be traceable.
Should be. Where is this yellow cab driver then? Because we saw a bus, we didn't see a cab, did we? So, interesting.
Any idea where she was headed?
Nope. I didn't get that.
Again, I don't think he's lying. He's being fairly honest.
The husband said she wanted to go dancing.
And she always wants to dance when she's been drinking. She was trying to talk some guys into taking her to one of the dance halls.
I want to dance. Come on. I'm drunk. Right, male suspect.
Who was she with? We've had reports about a tall, gaunt-looking hobo. He wasn't here last night?
I get plenty of bums in here, but nothing to fit that description.
Are you sure? Not sure about this one. Intuition? I think probably backup? Yeah, backup. Yeah.
The likelihood is
Backup
that whoever
it is.
she left here with killed her. Give it up, Benny.
All right, 2 creeps were all over her, promising to take her dancing.
You get a good look at these guys?
Sure. I got a good look. One of them was a sailor in uniform. His cap said, USS Indiana.
And the other man?
The other guy is Richard Bates. He's sitting in the back right now. Red polo shirt.
Thank you for your
He's
help.
here right now.
We'll take it from here.
Alright.
Hey, no problem.
Thank you for your, Is that him?
This is Bates.
That's him.
LAPD. Don't make me chase you, shitbird.
He's running. That's
Can't let the
suspicious.
son of a bitch get away.
God damn it. Where is he? Where is he?
Bates! We just want to talk!
Bates, be careful. Ooh.
Come on. Got a ride. Get in and drive.
Getting this somewhere. Right, fair enough.
I thought you were gonna leave me there.
Who knows what this guy will pull when he's cornered? We could have a killer on our hands.
I'm coming through. Oh, careful. It's an achievement. What's he doing?
I don't think the killer would be kicking back in the bar where he met the Vic in.
Listen, a creature of habit is your killer. For some reason, they're sticklers for routine. Don't go to sleep on me. Get me back in
Why
close.
go back to the bar? Just does not seem correct in any way. Trying to avoid damage. I want that 5-star rating. Even though I probably missed some clues already, but it's fine. Shoot the tires out!
Clean this asshole off the road.
Where's he gone? Where's he gone? He's still on the move. Come on, Rusty. Take his tires out.
Hit him, Cole. Spin him out.
Trying to...
I'll try to shoot out his tires. Wish
Shoot
me
fella.
luck.
Oh. Where's he gone? Where's he gone? Oh, we crashed. Oh.
Let's end this fight.
Oh, there we go. That works.
All right, you got me. Show me your hands.
Get out. You've been arrested,
Okay,
mate.
Bates. You're gonna answer some questions.
I have a choice in this?
Nope. You do not. Contact with the victim.
Last night, you went drinking with a lady in the bar.
A sailor.
Now she's dead. And your face is all messed up.
I'm in the clear on that. She preferred a sailor. You could lay it off on him. Are we finished?
She preferred the sailor. Alright, I get that. Bad cop though? I feel like he has a little bit more info to share. Yeah.
Do you want my partner to sap you?
Ooh.
Tell us what we want to know.
She was okay. Drunk. Pissed off at her old man, wanting to go dancing. I thought I'd ply her with a few drinks and get my end away. Looks like your salty had the same idea.
Account of movement.
So what happened when you left the bar?
Why did you run away from?
Sailor boy laid one on me. A cheap shot. After that, I don't know.
So it's a sailor boy, is it? For some reason I still do not trust this
You've
guy.
done time, haven't you, Richard? Is that why you ran?
I'm on parole.
On what offense?
Sexual assault.
Wow.
Look,
really?
I was lying there on the sidewalk. He flags a cab and jumps in with the broad.
We're taking you in, Bates.
How come?
Just for a chat. Nice private chat. I'll explain my theory of once a degenerate, always a degenerate.
Take him to Central. He's a material witness in a murder case. Find him a cozy cell.
Richard here knows the drill.
And he's been taken away.
Car 11 King to KGPL.
KGPL. Go ahead, 11 King.
I need an APB out on a yellow cab, number 3591. Relay all sightings to 11K.
Oh, so we're looking for intel on the cab. Do we have any details?
Car 11K, we have a response on your APB regarding yellow cab number 3591. The vehicle has been identified at a gas station. Now heading west on 7th Street.
Oh, it's moving, is it? So that should...
Garage on 7th Street. Let's hit it, Phelps. The cab driver might tie this whole thing together.
I hope you're right.
Fingers crossed. Can we... Is it set on the map? I don't know where to go. Yeah, there it is. That's where the cab should be. So we've got to turn back.
You see our taxi anywhere?
It's not going to be
It's
here,
against
is it?
the rules to drive like this without a siren.
Right, let's drive quick. I'm coming. Hope I didn't lose any points for that. It was just an accident. Yeah, I think we've gone the wrong way. Great. We've gone the wrong way. No. Made the wrong call there. She's at Bridgie's Cafe. We're quite close this time. Where is this cab?
You see our taxi anywhere?
Car 11K, your suspect vehicle, yellow cab 3591.
Is that it?
Sighted at 6th and Valencia.
This might be it. Please stop. There he is.
LAPD,
cab
we're
driver.
investigating a murder.
What's that got to do with me?
The fare you picked up from Barron's bar last night. What was the woman wearing?
It was a green dress.
Correct.
Oh, don't tell me something's happened to her.
Tell me about her.
She was with this sailor, and he was all over her. She wasn't having any of it. Said she just wanted to dance. And he had that look in his eye.
Oh,
Where
he
did you
wanted
drop
it.
them off?
It's at the Crystal Ballroom.
What time?
After midnight. 12:30? Something like that.
Thanks. You've been a big help.
Well, that's gonna ruin my day.
How could I help, Detective?
Were there any incident reports filed in the vicinity of Barron's bar on North Beaudry Avenue? We're tracking a sailor who was involved in a fight outside the bar.
I can check the reports, Detective. I have a message for you from Captain Donnelly. Message reads, James Jessup, U.S. Navy able seaman, has information relevant to your case.
Oh, it's him.
Jessup is currently being detained at Central Station.
Could be our man. Thanks,
He's
man.
gone to the police station himself? He cannot be the murderer then, surely. Alright. Let's go. Let's go to Central Police Station. Yeah, that'd be like the last thing we'd ever do.
Thanks. What do you make of him?
Sailor on furlough who looks like he's in trouble and knows it.
Ah. He's worried about losing his naval license. Is that what you call it? Probably not.
Detectives Phelps and Galloway. We know why you're here, Jessup, so it would be best if you answered our questions truthfully.
I don't want any trouble. That's why I'm here. I heard on the radio about this lady getting killed. I got leave from my CO to come down straight away.
So why did you kill her?
I didn't kill anyone. Look, you need to believe me.
Let's start at the beginning.
Contact with the victim.
You went to Barron's bar. What time did you arrive?
I got a 24-hour pass. I got there around 7.
That's where you met Teresa Terrellson?
Sure. We had a couple of drinks.
Mate, you look very suspicious. He said he's going to be honest with us. He's come to the police station and he's lying already. The first question.
So you tried to make a woman who was incredibly drunk?
Look, I'm not proud of myself, but I never hurt her.
You took her dancing?
That's right. I caught a cab to the Crystal Ballroom.
And then what happened?
You had a fist fight with Richard Bates over Mrs. Terrelson.
You met the guy? He's a creep.
So are you.
You should take a look at him for this.
You're dodgy as well. Look at you. Look.
He's pointing the finger directly at you, Jessup.
I only had one night before I was back in the tub. He had all the time in the world to look for some action. I belted him. I'd do it again. She was better off with me.
Sure. You're a shining example of chivalry, Jessup.
Just an amazing man. Movements prior to the murder. He's 24, but he saw wanted sex, like, really badly. Movements prior to the murder.
Where did you go after the Crystal Ballroom?
I think the wind had gone out of her sails by then. She caught a cab, and I caught a bus back to the base.
Another cab, really?
We spoke to the cab driver. Tell us what really happened at the Crystal Ballroom.
I'd had enough. She was all upset about her husband bawling about her kids. She looked old. Left around closing, maybe 1:30. I got on a bus and she fell asleep on my shoulder.
Which bus?
An All-American 249. I went past her place. She jumped off and I stayed on it downtown. After that, I caught another bus to San Pedro. The Indiana's down there. She's being scrapped.
And that was the last you saw of Teresa?
Yeah, that's right. We didn't say much. I think she was kind of embarrassed.
Cab ride with the victim.
The cab driver said that you were getting pretty familiar with Teresa.
Very familiar.
How I'd put it.
Well, that's a smirk. It's a very weird looking smirk. Why'd the cab driver say that?
So the last thing you wanted was her playing hard to get. Did that make you mad, sailor?
Yeah, it did. She knew what a guy's looking for. All broads do. Dancing comes second.
And what happened at the Crystal Ballroom?
Nothing. Not even a little hand relief. She had another couple of drinks. There was no fun left in her. Just poured her guts out to some bartender.
We're holding you till we can clear this with the driver.
Yeah, my CO said as much.
Can you put the guy in 2 in a cell and inform the commander?
Sure, Detective.
So I don't think it was
Got a message for
him,
you.
but
Sighting
still.
of your disfigured hobo on Grand between Temple and Sunset. And it looks like the Beau has a record, too. He's wanted in connection with 2 female assaults.
Thanks.
What now? Drive all the way to San Pedro and check his locker?
Let's see if the bus story checks out.
3 suspects in the can and 1 on the hoof. And still no hard evidence on any of them.
KGPL to car 11K. 11K, come in.
11K, go ahead.
Patrolman reporting that Bobby Ross's car game is breaking up at midnight.
11K, roger that. Plenty of time to get downtown, Cole.
It's possible. Have them bring him in.
KGPL, could we have Lars Terrelson picked up?
11K, roger.
And thank you, ma'am. You have a safe trip now.
Thank you, ma'am.
Where are you boys headed today?
LAPD. We're after the driver of All-American 249. Would have been around midnight onwards last night.
Just a minute. Frank Zeffirelli. He's your man.
Where can we find him?
Frank is out on the 7-4.
Can you tell us the route?
Hang on. I should have it mapped out here somewhere.
So we've got to follow this route and find the driver. More driving! I'm a terrible driver. Okay, that's quite big.
I'll need to run the loop.
Alright, let's do it. Well,
This could be a long trip, Cole.
Could be very long.
Or it could
be a short one.
And here's me without my hip flask and only a pain in the ass for company.
Way to kick off the drive in high spirits, Rusty. Comments like that put me in just the right mood for some legwork.
Touchy.
You know what your problem is? You don't like hard work. This kind of rigorous search is what police work is all about. Discipline.
Save it, Phelps. You're just as bored as I am.
It's a boring job, but someone's got to do it. I've seen no buses as of yet. At least we have the route though. And as far as I know, I've not caused any damage yet, so that's a plus. Where's this bus? Where is it? It's gonna be here somewhere. It's going so quick. Speedy. I see literally no vehicles on the road, let alone a bus. Oh, come on. It's somewhere. Is that a bus? Nope. This is not a bus. I'm sure the map will let us know.
Nope, still no sign of him. Did you doze off, Rusty? I think you slept through my solving the case.
Yeah, very funny. You just give me a nudge if you see him, right?
How about you nudge me?
I think that's a job for your wife.
Oh, Rusty.
Oh, Rusty. What a joke. Oh, this might be it. Found it.
That's the bus we're looking for. Ease in behind her and get her to the side of the road.
I'm trying to pull it over. Please.
That's the bus we're looking for. Ease in behind her and get her
I'm
to the side of the road.
Give me a second. Hello, bus driver. Can you confirm the story for me? That's a fun little chase.
Is some kind of problem, buddy?
There is.
LAPD, we're investigating a murder. You had a sailor and a woman in a green dress on your bus late last night?
That's correct.
And the woman got off first, around 2 a.m.?
Yeah, that's right. And the sailor stayed on all the way to downtown.
Can you tell us where you let the woman off?
On California Street. To tell you the truth, she looked a little lost, like she got off on the wrong stop or something. I didn't like dropping her off near that hobo camp.
You've been a big help, Mr. Zeffirelli.
A very good help indeed. So that can confirm the sailor's story. And when the victim was last seen.
So Sailor Boy escaped by the seat of his bell-bottom trousers. He left the broad alive.
Left her by the hobo camp.
Which means he's as good as killed her.
We can't eliminate any of them, but the disfigured man should be our starting point.
Right.
I'm gonna call for some backup. These bows hate cops.
To the hobo camp we go.
I think we ought to investigate the hobo lead.
Well, if you think we ought to, I guess we ought.
Let's do it. Hobo leads, let's do this. This guy could be the killer, so we gotta be careful. That's a shotgun. Subtle.
LAPD, we'd like a word with you.
Save it for someone who's interested. They're fascists. Come to move us on and steal what little we have left.
6 rounds won't get us far.
I need you to stay copacetic, Phelps. We need to hold out until the cavalry arrive.
How do we do that? Like this.
What the hell?
If you want your rightful share, we need to fight for it!
Oh, damn it. There we go. Now I'm in combat.
These men know they're harboring a murderer.
Don't really care to be honest. Oh, there we go. The comeback is on. Oh, Cole Phelps can fire. Also, Rusty should just open fire, to be honest. But there we go. We have much option. We're surrounded. There we go. Out for the count.
What's your name?
Comrade Stalin.
Very funny. We'll find out from your personal effects.
Stuart Ackerman.
You're under suspicion for murder, Ackerman. We're taking you downtown.
You can't do anything more to me than what the Japanese have already done.
Okay, what's the Japanese done? What's he talking about? So he's gonna go downtown. We're gonna search his hut. That's where he lives.
The Kremlin's over here, Phelps.
Oh.
Toss it. See what you
It's a
find.
newspaper. We'll see one of these for a while.
Still working, Jack. I'm off to the Lighthouse Club in Santa Monica.
Hello, Jack. Mr. Benson, this is Courtney Sheldon. He's a buddy of mine from the war.
Well, I'm sure you two will want to polish some old war stories. Good evening, Jack. Mr. Sheldon.
Good night, sir. Take a seat, Courtney.
We need your help, Jack.
I told you I would have nothing to do with that.
I'm fine too, Jack. Medical school's going well. I got a part-time job.
Do dope peddlers need part-time jobs?
We made a mistake and we're in trouble, Jack. A local gangster, Mickey Cohen, is putting on the squeeze.
So hand it over, walk away. What's stopping you?
We had a deal with them that they would dole it out slowly. They said they would supply abortion clinics and doctors, but they've been moving it on to addicts, and they can't cope with the purity.
So your problem is with gangsters being dishonest.
My problem is that people are dying, and that if this gets back to us, we'll all end up in jail.
So how am I supposed to help, Courtney? This isn't the war. I can't just wave a magic wand and clean up your mess.
We want you to negotiate, Jack.
The only thing these guys understand is force, Sheldon. They got to the top back east by proving to be more vicious than the English, the Irish, and the Dutch. They make their own laws. That's the nature of a secret society. God's sake, Courtney, you want to be a doctor. How can you fight with that?
We are better trained, Jack.
I didn't make it through the war to come back to this kind of shit, Sheldon.
That guy's getting around, isn't he? I wonder if we missed any newspapers yet. Ooh. So he did fight in the war.
This doesn't pertain to the case.
But still interesting. A purse. Ooh. Bit suspicious. A purse. Have a quick look inside. Some coins. And... what's this?
Ackerman doesn't look like much of a dancer.
Crystal Ballroom. Interesting. So is he the killer? Is he the culprit? Some rope with blood on it. Well, that doesn't look good, does it? That does not look good at all. That is
Looks
a lot
familiar.
of blood.
Safe
That's
bet
not
it'll match
good, is
the
it?
mark under Teresa Terrelson's chin.
That's a pretty big clue. Right, time to interrogate Stuart.
The husband has an alibi, but no real motive other than neglect. Jessup's alibi checks out. Bates is a recidivist. He'll be pulling the same stick until we put him away for good. Ackerman has history, opportunity, hard evidence. What motive?
We have the evidence. We know she was here. All we need is a confession and we can charge the bum with murder.
I mean, what's the... why would he do it? I don't understand. What's the motive? I think it's Stuart, 100%, but why would he do it? Not sure.
We're going...
Ackerman, you were in the Marines.
How do you know?
The Corps selected big guys for flamethrower duty. That's how you got the burns.
Life expectancy was 5 minutes for a guy in flamethrower detail. What kind of a government puts weight like that on a man's shoulders?
You'll get no argument from me. It was a heavy load.
You feeling sorry for this smelly fuck?
I don't care if he smells. Just want to know if he done the murder or not. Mostly for the murder.
Why did you kill
For the
Mrs.
murder.
Terrelson?
I have no recollection of the people I have killed.
Oh, you are a dirty piece of work, my friend.
Are you denying that you strangled Mrs. Terrelson with a length of rope?
I'm not denying anything. You have to have proof.
I have proof. You know we've got proof. You idiot. Blood-stained rope piece.
We found a matching piece of rope in your lean-to. I think we'll find the blood will match too.
I own no property. How could it belong to me?
Oh, you'll play that, are you? Really? Contact
A
with the
bus
victim.
driver dropped Mrs. Terrelson near your camp around 2 a.m. Why did you take her up to the hill?
Which hill? I have many places. I go where I please.
Oh, do you? I can't think of any... Can't really accuse them of anything. Back up.
You are clearly insane, Ackerman. The state of California does not execute mental patients.
I don't know the names of the women I've killed, but I've killed many of them.
Wow.
Their necks are so fragile.
Did you just say that? Out loud?
Where were you around 2 a.m. last night?
At the camp.
I'm afraid we know about this purse. So you must have seen...
You were up on the hill. You were seen during the day. We have a witness. We have evidence. Come clean with me, Ackerman, and I'll see what I can do for you.
I despise your pity. You have nothing that links me to this woman.
How about this purse? 100% this purse.
We have you cold, Ackerman. Her purse and the ballroom ticket were in your lean-to. Tell us why you did it.
I kill because people need killing. That's
Wow.
what I was trained to do.
Yeah, during the war, not now.
Stuart Ackerman, I am charging you with the murder of Teresa Terrelson.
This guy is properly insane. He does not look happy. He's a good shower as well. Whew.
A man down on his luck I can abide. But a filthy red who chooses to live outside the rules of society I cannot stomach. Maybe poor Teresa Terrelson will provide the catalyst we need. I've spoken to the chief and the mayor, and I think it's time we send some men in to remove the godless and send them on their way over the county line. A grand day that will be, gentlemen. And a grand result you have brought me. You two are fast becoming my finest crusaders.
Just how we roll. We've got a few more missions to do in terms of being a homicide detective. We found all the clues, all the questions. We've done no damage, despite the fact we've done quite a lot of driving actually, which I'm quite proud of. We got 5 out of 5 stars. Sweet. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye.